Hey guys, it's Andy Sloan here, and I wanted to chat to you today about meal planning. Now, when it comes to obviously getting in shape, one of the most important things to do is actually find the time to plan your meals, prepare your meals, and make sure that you're actually going to smash your nutrition. Now, this is what I'm going to talk to you about today. Doesn't matter if you're following one of my nutrition plans, doesn't matter if you're following someone else's nutrition plan. It's going to be completely relevant to you. Okay, now one of the biggest excuses, and it is an excuse in 99% of the cases, it's one we've all used from time to time, but one of the biggest excuses that I hear from people saying they can't get in shape is because simply I don't have time to eat right. I don't have the time to spend hours in the kitchen preparing X, Y, and Z so I can eat healthily and feed my family healthy stuff. I can't cook 6 different meals a night and all that sort of jazz. That's it. Most 99% of the time it's just an excuse because people aren't looking for the solution to the problem. What they're doing is focusing on the problem itself. Now that's a very dangerous thing to do, because if we spend so much time thinking about what a problem is, okay, you're wasting that time by not thinking of ways to actually make it better, and you're not actually going to be able to change it. So the problem's always going to be there. But if you flip it round, think about the solution. So rather than, for instance, saying, right, I've not got any time to train, that's it for me, I'm buggered, I'm not going to get in shape ever, then, or I've not got the time to do my nutrition right, then rather than doing that, you just want to think, okay, what can I do to make it better? How can I make myself have more time? How can I free up more time? How can, maybe I need to get up 5 minutes early, or plan my meals at the start of the week. Maybe I need to prep for the next day's food the night before, whatever. Okay, it's looking for the solutions which are going to work for you to make sure that you are going to be able to stay on top of your nutrition plan and just kick the crap out of it and actually get the results that you want to get. So look, what I wanted to talk to you about is actually my pretty much a busy person's guide to meal planning. Okay, this is what I actually get my private clients and my fitness camp members to do, or certainly encourage it when they lead busy lives. And it's actually what I do pretty much 90% of the time myself as well. So we'll just break down a tactic. So when it comes to breakfast, okay, this is one of the ones that people always struggle with. It's, Andy, I don't have enough time in the morning to cook anything. I barely get out of bed in time and in through the door at the office or whatever. Now, one of the simple things you can do, okay, and it might be that you need to get up 5 minutes early to do it, whatever, get it done, is literally just pick 3 breakfasts that you like and that are in line with your nutrition program. So 3 breakfasts, rotate it. So Monday you'll have number 1, Tuesday you'll have number 2, Wednesday you'll have number 3, and just keep going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That way you're getting a wider variety of the nutrients in, rather than just having like 2 poached eggs and a banana every morning. Yeah, you get that wide variety of the nutrients, and you're not going to get completely bored. What you want to do as well is, when you're planning those breakfasts, is make sure they're going to take you 5 minutes. If you've only got 5 minutes in the morning, then something like that's going to be fine. It takes less than that to scramble a couple of eggs with a few veggies or whatever. It does not take long at all. When it comes to your lunches, this is a really super easy, simple, effective tactic which will get people to do a lot of the time. It works. It's easy, as I said. All you want to do, okay, we've got 7 days in a week, obviously. Okay, all you need to do is maybe 2 days a week you can have like a soup-based lunch, for instance. So that might be that on like a Saturday or Sunday you batch cook a load of soup, again, which is in line with your nutritional strategy. Okay, batch cook some soup, box it up, chuck it in a couple of portion size containers, bang it in the freezer. Okay, on those days when you're gonna have soup, maybe, I don't know, it could be like a Monday and a Thursday, just take it out of the freezer, take it to work. By the time it gets to lunchtime, bam, defrosted. If you need to heat it up, then if you need to use a microwave, crack on. It's much rather you did that than pop down the shop and buy something. But yes, that's 2 days sorted out. Soups, to bump up the protein content, things like lentils and chickpeas and beans and pulses are all good to chuck in there as well if you're like a veggie, or you can have like some meat or something on the side as well if you're like a meat eater. All right, so that's 2 days sorted. Another 2 days, just have a big ass salad. Okay, salad's great. It's great for all, pretty much all year round. Yeah, so 2 days a week, salad, bam, whatever. Fish, chicken, beef, any decent sort of meat. Again, if you're a veggie, like maybe like mixed beans or seeds and nuts and pine nuts and stuff like that, that's cool, just to bang up the protein content. If you're training that day, then maybe you want some extra carbs, so you can maybe toss on like a handful of quinoa or some rice or something like that as well, or some potatoes from like the night before. But yeah, so we've got 2 soups, 2 salads. That's 4 days out of 7 done. 2 days a week. This is one of my favourite ones. In fact, it's probably my favourite one that I do quite a lot. Is leftovers. Okay, so on maybe like I don't know, like a Thursday night, for instance, if you know the next day you're going to be hellishly busy, just cook too much food. Okay, so cook too much food on a Thursday night. Now here's the trick as well. What I tend to do if I cook too much food is I go back and eat it, unless I actually box it up as soon as I've cooked it and just bang it straight in the fridge. That way I know it's there for the next day. I ain't going to touch it then, okay? So cook too much food 2 nights a week, bang it in a Tupperware box, chuck it in the fridge, take it with you to work the next day, job done, okay? Easy, easy peasy. So that's 6 days sorted out right there, okay? We've got 2 soups, 2 salads, 2 leftovers, and then what you've got there is probably on the weekend, you've got a day where you just freestyle it, okay? Obviously you're going to generally have a bit more time on a weekend, so just freestyle. Make yourself up something in the middle of the day, or if you need to do it in the morning, get it done in the morning. But that, my friends, is a super simple guide to making sure that your meal planning is not going to take a hellish amount of time, and the preparation is not going to ruin you, and it means that if you're busy you can actually eat right. So look, take those little pointers, use them, hopefully it's going to help, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye bye.